I'm just trying the best I can, right? I don't know if there's really a recipe for it. My focus, is always just to be the best person I can be, and to pursue the thing I love. I've trained in it, extensively. I've done theater. I've done a lot of movies, that nobody's ever seen and probably won't. I've been definitely through it, the ups and the downs, and consistently throughout it. It's the thing I love doing with my life, and I know the best is yet to come for me.
Gosh. I'm Jonathan Lipnicki, and I'm playing Hollywood D-bag, Jonathan Lipnicki. You know me from Jerry Maguire, Stuart and like 30 other movies, yeah.
Jonathan, so good to be with you. Thank you so much for taking the time. We are big fans of you here at E, especially because we've been watching your career since you know what. Are we allowed to say it, Stuart Little?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
How often do you hear people talk about Stuart Little? Does it kind of get annoying to you a little bit?
Here's the thing, right? I got to find out from a young age what I wanted to spend the rest of my life pursuing. So I can never be mad at it. I'm always grateful for it. Now, am I living more in the present now and really trying to, it's funny because I go off in the past on this show, right? Which we'll talk about, but am I living more in the present now and really trying to focus on who I am now and what that's going to look like in the future? Absolutely. But I'm extremely grateful for my past, and it's been an amazing experience, from then till now. Really grateful for everything in my life.
Now you're playing this overblown Hollywood version of yourself in TBS's upcoming reality hoax comedy, The Joe Schmo Show.
Know who this is?
You know this, don't act like that.
I don't know, Jonathan.
He was in Stuart Little.
Shut up, dude!
Yeah, you ever see Jerry Maguire?
Oh my God.
You're the 8-pound head kid.
Oh my gosh. I'm Jonathan Lipnicki, and I'm playing Hollywood D-bag, Jonathan Lipnicki.
Tell us about that role and how you got picked for it and what was it like working with the team?
Oh, so it's really funny. So they reached out initially, they thought I was ideal for this kind of archetype, right? And it being me, Jonathan Lipnicki, right? Playing myself. And the funny thing, and I love talking about this, is I actually auditioned for it. I auditioned to end up really playing myself. So I joke, I auditioned to play myself. They thought I was the right guy. Obviously, you need to get network approval. Everybody needs to be in on it. So I had like a 20-minute improv audition, and it was really fun. But I think that's such a funny part of it is auditioning to play yourself. Career is circle,
Did it kind of bring about that whole nostalgia? Did you feel like you were back in 2003, with this revival of the 2003 series with the same name?
Ultimately, it's each season of something like this is going to be wildly different, but they had such incredible people involved from the beginning, and everybody from who created it, they went on to write Deadpool, and the actors they had in the original series to the amazing improv actors they have in this series. And it was really such a privilege to be surrounded by some of these people that, they're just top notch at improv. And so it was a great improv class for me.
You kind of took a step out of the spotlight, if I'm not mistaken, for a little bit. I know you've been consistently working your whole life, but, I've seen where people who start really early, really young. How old were you when you entered the industry?
5.
5 years young. Why was it important for you to take that step back, and how have you worked to keep this private life of yours so private?
That's a good question. I went to public school, right? I've really great parents that were there to guide me. I went to public school. Also, there's the element of, right, sometimes your career, you're gonna continue to work, but some things are gonna hit a wider audience than other things. I'm just trying the best I can, right? I don't know if there's really a recipe for it. My focus, is always just to be the best person I can be. And to pursue the thing I love. I've trained in it, extensively. I've done theater. I've done a lot of movies, that nobody's ever seen and probably won't. I've been definitely through it, the ups and the downs, and consistently throughout it. It's the thing I love doing with my life, and I know the best is yet to come for me.
What was your biggest reason for stepping out of the spotlight, Jonathan?
Really, it was kind of just going to high school. It wasn't, I wasn't like, I'm stepping away, I still had like my agent. I'd audition here and there. A lot of it transparently is, you do all these interviews, right? And people will say, it kind of comes across like I stepped away. I did and I didn't, right? There's also a level of transparency I feel comfortable with where I auditioned for a lot and I just didn't get things. And I think that's okay to say, right? Acting's this thing that I've always loved, and sometimes it just doesn't love you back, you know? And there was a span where I didn't work for a while, and I was pursuing it. It's part of it, yeah, like I took some time to, like, it wasn't my main focus. I played water polo in high school. I went to prom. I did all the normal stuff. I played youth league sports. So yeah, it wasn't maybe the only fixture in my life, but there's also something to be said for I was trying at something that I wasn't very successful at for a long time.
I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries here, but I want to know, because I've had many journalists, I've been doing this for years, and sometimes I'll speak with someone who they feel like maybe they were typecast, or maybe their role that they played was so significant and so big that is what they are known for, and that has that has stopped them for several years of working. So I am curious, do you think that role, Stuart Little, that one of your initial roles, may have prevented you from moving on for several years?
Maybe not. You know, I think that there's certain elements of it where maybe people couldn't see me in different roles, but that's outside of my control. What I can control is I wasn't very good at acting, and I had to go to acting class. So, you know, it's like you hit a point where what we were doing, it worked for you. I think I lost track of who I was, so therefore you got to be in tune with who you are to act. And there was just a portion where maybe I just wasn't very good. And I'm okay saying that, and I'm okay taking full accountability for, it's not necessarily an industry thing, maybe it's a me thing. And I'm more than willing to work on myself all the time and take accountability and control for what I can control. I can't control how others see me or judge me, but I can control the hard work I put in.
I love that. We love a self-aware king here at E. We love a self-aware king.
Thank you.
What would you say the biggest misconception is about you?
I don't know if there's any conceptions of me anymore, right? I don't know how much people think about me. But I would say, I would say maybe the one of love, like, it was like, oh, you know, he stepped away, or, you know, maybe that's it. I don't really know how to answer that, to be completely honest.
I would agree with you. I would definitely agree with you, but I love how you debunked it now. It's not that you stepped away. You worked on your craft, and you wanted to live life as a teenager, a child.
Yeah, I did.
You know?
Like, you know, that was my main focus for so long, and then it just wasn't my main focus. To say I wasn't doing it at all would be, you know, fictional. But then it became my main focus again after high school, and I booked like my first role in like 5 years of not working, and I consistently have worked throughout. Some things, you know, some things hit an audience and some things don't. I can't control that, but I can control pursuing the thing I love.